Hey guys, so 2 weeks have passed. Um, kind of felt like a long time, not gonna lie. Um, but yeah, and I know the lighting's weird. I just figure I kind of look more high quality uh, in the lower lighting. So, yeah. Um, oh lord. Okay, hold on. Ah, that's much better actually. Okay, so as I was saying, and also I'll be doing the podcast while I'm doing this. So, yeah, welcome to This Won't Last Long. I'm Michael. You can call me Mike, and this is episode 13. Tonight is a little different. We'll be talking about a bunch of random stuff. There's no specific. I want to talk about specific things in media and life recently, but I will also just have no specific structure to it. I'll just talk. That's what a podcast is, right? So, by the way, sorry if you hear my cats scratching. They're going to bed now. So yeah, and then I'll be playing God of War during this because, as you can see, I'm at the Niflheim, I don't know. I'll just call it Niflheim part where it is very hard. I've struggled immensely with it, but I searched up a farming technique for the mist echoes. Anyone who knows God of War knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that while talking, I guess. That's kind of tonight's plan. So, and also, I hope you guys like The Border. I had no idea it was this easy, not gonna lie to you. I will probably fix the larger one at some point later on, but for now I think it's cool. I think it's good. Works. So let's see, first thing to talk about. So, contrary to the intro of last episode, I listened to Logic's new album, first independent album, College Park. I thought it was very good. And it's not all my thoughts. I thought it was very good, and I've done my review. No, I was gonna say that, he talks about his past a lot in other projects, or frankly all of his projects. Not to say that any of it is boring or just putting down what he's been through, but it is an interesting past, what Logic's been through, but he's talked about it every album, and it's getting kind of old at this point. I feel like that's not too fucked up for me to say, considering it's from a viewer's perspective, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm his therapist and being like, you know what, Bobby? You saying your same trauma, it's getting kind of old. It's not like that, you know what I mean? Just memorize this lines, curvy-ish thing, and sideways. Okay, but this time it felt very refreshing. The way he was spitting about his past. I don't know how it felt refreshing, because he's talking about a lot of the same, stuff, but I liked what he was talking about. You know? And also it felt very... Oh, shit. Shit. Are you kidding me? Okay. First death of the night. You know what? I will turn the volume off because... Yeah. I feel like that is interrupting my voice. And that's not fun. So I'm going to get a drink soon. So just... I won't put the beer at back screen just because I feel like I need it. Just one. So, okay, as I was saying, this time around, he was talking about, yes, of course, his fucked up past with being biracial and, race and all that jazz, but he was also talking about it through, hold on, let me just memorize this. Backwards E, one, straight. Okay, yeah, he was talking about it through these cool, animated, not really, I don't want to say skits, because they weren't, more so, I don't know what they would be. I guess like shorts is a proper name for it. Basically just reenactments of what life was like at the time of 2011 when he was kind of starting out, which was a cool time to look back on in his career. Like, he's one of my idols, and just to, not him, because it's not obviously organic, like it's not a documentary of seeing him in 2011. Oh shit, come on. But it did feel natural in the sense that it was his raw emotions at the time and his raw natural desire for more, for like his ambition and his looking for, I was about to say smart words, I'm not using smart words. I'm looking for words here. Fuck, how do you describe this? His his raw journey to doing what he loves doing, which is make art. which hit home for me. Anything involved with that kind of messaging hits home with me because I, of course, am an artist. I prefer the term filmmaker because that's just more, like, less generalized. Artist can mean lots of things, you know what I mean? So, I like just anything with that storyline hits home for me because I would resonate with it immediately because I'm an artist, so I'm just like, oh well, yeah, of course I'm gonna love a storyline about just a humble dude trying to make it as an artist, trying to inspire people by what he's doing. Of course I'm gonna love that. Because it's what I want to do. It's what I want to do with my films and my stuff, man. What I want to do. So yeah, of course it's gonna fucking hit home. Of course it is. It's my story. Like, that's why he's such a fucking idol to me, because his story is my story. In the sense that he's just trying to, I already said this, I'm sorry. He's just trying to make good art and inspire people while he's at it. Which is an admirable mission. That's what he's doing, man. He's on a mission. It's a fucking admirable mission. Bitch. Okay. And I would argue that his art has saved lives, and art can save lives. Saved my life. And that's another reason why this album and just Logic in general resonates so hard with me, is because it's his story is ironic in that sense, because his art saved his own life. Like, just as he's talked about in many of his songs, more in depth with his own version of Last Call on Young Sinatra 4. He lived with Lenny Finglembo for ages, because he was just trying to, because it was way more difficult to make it as an artist back then as it is now, and now it's so difficult. Like, imagine back then. I couldn't even imagine the pain of that. Oh, okay. God damn it. I think I already fucked up anyway, because I didn't get the thing for the thing. So let me just see who's online right now, who I could raid afterwards. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna raid Bargo after I'm done here. What was I? Yeah, but that was pretty much all I was saying. Is that with logic it just comes down to an artist trying to be an artist, and trying to make good art, and trying to inspire people while he's at it. And that's what it all comes down to, and that's what art straight in general all comes down to. That's kind of the motto. Just do what you love. Try to inspire other people to do what they love. And shit, make a lot of money while doing it. That's the goal. Well, okay, I wasted that. Whatever. Yeah. And of course, most of it sounds dope. I mean, there's a few, like, a little underwhelming songs on the record. Including, let's see, there was like a couple of the beats kind of sounded basic. Not in a way of like I'm not limiting his talent just to give me the basic ass beat, but just like he kind of did. Like it's just he kind of did in the sense of just it just sounded like some of the beats just sounded like I've heard it lots of times before, and that's not what you want on your own, album, you know what I mean? Gosh. Are you kidding me? Fuck up. Okay. Sorry. I had to focus there. Like for example, one of them with that kind of basic ass sound was Shimmy. Yeah, Shimmy. Featuring Joey Badass. And I just kind of felt, oh, okay, I forgot. Oh. I forgot to memorize the fucking thing. So I'm not even doing anything worthwhile, really. That's not a waste to get some of this extra stuff. These extra mist echoes.
I want to start heading to a mist-free area.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go back now. Just so I don't die. Oh. Because I make that choice a lot. And I get too confident in the sense that I'll be fine, and then I fuck up. And I end up not being fine. Oh shit. Shit. No, no, oh man, damn it. This fucking game is gonna be the death of me, man. What else was there on this album? Fantano was saying that the skits, again, keep using the word skits, the shorts, or, you know what, scene, that's the proper word, scene, that Fantano was saying the scenes were bad, and he said each of them were bad. The dialogue was horrible, that the acting was horrible, that there was no point to them. I mean, of course, it's Anthony's job to analyze every little bit of a record, but just, it all comes down on the record that just Bobby's just trying to show what that time was like in his life. That's what all this album is. I mean, of course, it's the deeper meaning of art that I was talking about, but again, it don't, like, in the most simple of terms, it's just showing what life was like at that time, really. And if people didn't like that, then people didn't like that, but that's all that he was trying to show, and I respect that, and I loved it. Yeah, a couple of the scenes went on too long sometimes. You know, a couple of the songs were a couple of them were misses or underwhelming or something, like Shimmy and like Wake Up and stuff like that, and a couple others, but overall, great record. I loved it, and I love Logic. I'm not a super fanboy. I don't support everything he does. He hasn't said or done anything too fucked up so far. Which is surprising, considering he's been mainstream for around 10 years now. So that's crazy to think that he wouldn't say anything that would what's the word, garner, you know, flack. Or, I mean, of course he's gotten flack over the years, but he's not like, he still has a career. And I'm not talking about cancel culture because that's another conversation in itself. Say in the chat if you want me to talk about cancel culture and my opinions on that, because I'll just leave it as it's stupid. But like, Bobby hasn't done anything. It's just surprising Bobby hasn't done anything that would end his career, kind of thing. Like, specifically done anything. He could say stuff, but he hasn't, like, physically done something. Sorry, I had a hang now. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, what? Oh, that's not fun. Oh, okay. Gotta. But it's annoying. Anyway, that was a thing. Yeah, just with those kind of little issues of just a couple songs being misses and a couple scenes running too long sometimes, and a couple basic-ish sounding beats. And overall, it'd be like a light to a strong 7 or a light to a strong 8. Probably a 7, more so. I really liked it. I think I like Vinyl Days more if we're talking about his recent works. Either Vinyl Days or No Pressure still hits hard for me, even though I've listened to it repeatedly. It has a lot of, I think that's of his most recent works. No Pressure is like his most, the one with the most, what's it called? Re-listen value or replay value. But yeah, I'm going to go get a drink. Because I've been talking for almost half an hour. And yeah, so I would mute, but there's literally nothing bad you'd be able to hear. So I am just, I'll be right back. Gonna get a drink. BRB, ready to do this. The last thing I was talking about. What's been happening in the news recently? The trans rights thing is stupid. I hope my friends, because I have a lot of trans and non-cis friends, not even just friends, it's deeper than that. We consider each other like family, to a certain extent, but I love them all, and I fucking pray that they never go to America, which is something I hope I... Hold on, let me just memorize this. Which is something I never thought I would say, but at the same time, it's America, what should I expect? But, it sucks. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm only one guy. I'm sure there's some petitions. I hope they work. But, like, I've signed a couple, but my signature alone won't garner anything. I'm just one signature, I'm just one dude. There's no point. My signature will immediately, you know, change the world. But I hope, regardless, the world does change, because it is shitty that people, they're real human beings, they're not sick in the head or anything, they're trans, they're humans. It's sickening that they have to not feel safe in their own skin. That is something so goddamn sickening. And I can only hope that that will change.
Might want to start heading to a mist-free area.
Yeah, it just, not firsthand, but just secondhand hurts me, knowing I have so many people close to me that are trans. Like, that genuinely hurts me to know that they wouldn't be safe in America. Genuinely fucking hurts me to my fucking soul. That is fucking ridiculous. I can't. Yeah. Blinded. Oh, okay. And then. Oh, it's not here. Shit. Okay. I'm fucking scared, bro. Don't let me die. I'm getting there. No! I'm getting there. What was I saying? Trans rights. Yes. As a Canadian, solely Canadian, I can say all this stuff about America, without having ever been there. And Americans are still saying stuff about America, having been there, which is a lot of the stuff that I'm saying and agreeing with. But it doesn't even come down to, like, if you are in a place or not. It just comes down to treat people like people. And I hate that a lot of states just decided that trans people aren't people. Oh, and that hurts, man. But as long as there are people willing to fight, hold on. As long as there are people willing to have the audacity to put down people for being people in some or all of their facets, there will always be people willing to fight for people wanting to be who they are and be comfortable in their identity. Yeah. And that's the one thing that is keeping our world not completely destroyed. Because if there were no good people on this earth, like ever, we would be dead decades ago. Easily. And yeah, that's kind of my thought on that. And just any world issue, to be honest. What else was in the news? I saw superhero news with Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck refuses to direct and I'm assuming also star in a DC movie for James Gunn's new universe. I'm assuming he doesn't want to star in it as well. But yeah, he doesn't want to direct or star in a DC movie because of the Joss Whedon cut and that whole clearly traumatizing experience for him, because clearly it's traumatizing. Otherwise, he wouldn't refuse a great opportunity. What would that be like? 7 years later? Because yeah, they must have done production with Whedon 2016, late 2016 at the best. Yeah, that just sucks because if they reworked Batfleck, if they reworked his Batman, he would be a great Batman. If they reset the universe and they had Affleck as Batman with the no killing rule in place, because it would work to just rework it because it would be a new universe, right? So you can just have him be the right? So they could have just done that. Man. And I don't know if the Snyderverse would have worked because we know the end anyway. We know that it would have ended with, and I'm sure there would have been solo movies and stuff in between, but the main end was Lois cheating on Soups with Bruce, and then Bruce got Lois pregnant, and then Darkseid killed Lois in a line of fire or something, and then it just in that way kind of started the Injustice storyline. And then they went back in time, and then it kind of just starts all over again from v Superman, which is kind of stupid. Not gonna lie. Obviously, a majority of that is not stupid. I love Darkseid, I love Soups, I love Bruce, I love Lois. I don't love the pregnancy storyline. I don't love Jared Leto's Joker. I don't love that Bruce kills. I don't love Mira. Amber Heard bias aside, obviously. But I think I would have loved everything else, and that sucks. But I said this many times, multiple social medias, but I am concerningly excited for The Flash. I think I will actually cry when I see when the movie comes on. The first fucking scene, I'll probably just be like, oh my god, it's happening. Oh, I will freak out, dude, and I can't wait for that. It's gonna be bigger than Endgame for me. In Endgame, I don't think I've actually... No, I haven't. I don't think I've actually said this. But my Endgame experience was Sorry. Because basically, context here, we grew up, we as in, we meaning as in me and Hannah, my sister Hannah, older sister. We grew up with Marvel. Even as a fucking newborn, I remember hearing Toby movies, my dad watching them on TV, or just on DVD, watching them while I was like half asleep or something as a baby. Like, I remember hearing those at mere months or mere like days old. I remember like playing like all of those Spider-Man games. I remember watching Captain America: The First Avenger when it came out, not in theaters, maybe, no, on DVD, when it came out on DVD in 2011 when I was like 6 or 7. I remember seeing the first Avengers that when it came out, and then 13 years later I am gonna be seeing, 2 years from now, we're all gonna be seeing Secret Wars in Kang Dynasty, and I will cry my eyes out once more. I'm getting to that. But basically, and yes, it's all valid points of Marvel is a trap. Too much of it now, there's superhero fatigue and all those, not gonna lie, valid points. But I don't care. My personal experience, I love Marvel. I love the MCU. Some of it I don't agree with. Yes. I don't love all of it. I'm not that much of a dick rider. But I do love superheroes. And I could explain for hours why, but I won't right now. Maybe later. But yeah, ever since the first Avengers that we saw that in theaters when it came out in 2012, I've loved every second of it, and mostly every second of it. And then when Endgame came out, I just, like, we all saw them as a family until the divorce in 2017. And then, well, it was me and my dad with a couple, and then it was just me and Hannah ever since. And so that night, I just kind of had to turn my emotions off, because we were supporting this small local jazz orchestra thing. I think me and Hannah, after the movie. So I just had to turn my emotions off until later that night. Or maybe it was the afternoon after. Just in the middle of the day the next day. Like, I just randomly started bawling my eyes out. And she was like, what? What's wrong? What's wrong? And I was just like, that was the greatest superhero movie I've ever seen. Like, and I wish Dad was with us. And that's what made it so sad. Because it all started with seeing all of them as a family, and then we weren't when Endgame came out, so that just hurt me to like a deep soul level, and it hurt like hell. And I was about to say, obviously, you guys don't know everything, but a few years later, I'm fine. Me and my sister are good with our dad now. Oh, yeah, explain why we weren't good. I will not explain that. But yeah, and that's why, like, that's why Endgame was so big for me. And also the main thing that everybody says, well, it's a combination of all the stuff you've seen in theaters and experiences with your family over 10 years or whatever. So but yeah, and like with the Flash, it's even bigger, because you know, I've watched I've explained this, but I grew up with the animated universe long before the games, long before the show too. It was Batman the Animated Series. It was all those, and then it was a couple years later, 7 or 8, 9-ish, it was the animated movies. Specifically remember two things. I remember Assault on Arkham, where it was Batman's entrance, and the security guards were saying, "Holy crap, it's Batman!" Or "Holy shit, it's Batman!" And then me and my dad like laughed our asses off. And then I also remember, I think I was watching it by myself at this point, the Flashpoint Paradox for the first time, and when Bruce shot Thawne, like my shocked face, just like, oh my god, like I was just like, oh my god, that is a fucking moment. I remember loving the shit out of that movie and that storyline, and then I read Justice League War, the comic of it, and then I watched more of the movies and got into the animated universe. And then the only one I haven't seen is Apocalypse War. I haven't seen that one, and I didn't bother seeing Death by Superman because I already knew the storyline. I already knew what happened. And those are the only two I haven't seen. I know what happens, but like, I don't know. I just feel like there's no point in watching either of them if I just know that they all die anyway, and the universe gets reset. You know what I mean? So. And then, of course, it was the show, and like, it was one episode. It was just one episode. And, well, okay, you could argue it was 2 episodes. The finale of season 2, and it was the premiere episode of season 3. The Flashpoint storyline that they did. But they did it so well that it stuck with me. And it has stuck with me. And it's not even just those 2 episodes. It's the whole through line of the show. Is that with most heroes in media, he turns his pain of not having his mom anymore into saving other people from that faith and saving himself in the process by saving those people from that specific faith. And Grant Gustin does it so well, and yes, you could argue his acting does fall a little bit when the episodes get bad, like post crossover season 6 onward. Now, that's just my personal opinion. That's kind of when his acting falters, because I think everybody just stopped caring since they were given a bad script. I mean, I don't blame them. I would stop caring as well if the writing was that fucking bad. But yeah, yeah, I don't remember like any good moments in late season 6, season 7, or season 8. I don't remember any good moments. Nope, I don't. I remember loving the shit out of XS and Impulse. I remember loving Jay. Yeah. That is it. And I am not loving season 9 so far, let me fucking tell you. But yeah, man. The whole through line of the show is that he can't forgive himself. And that to save himself from that guilt, he saves other people. And that is a beautiful fucking thing, and that's the through line of all heroes. And that's why I'm a sucker for superhero shit and nerd shit, and I just love it so much. And I can't not love it. Because it is just such an incredible and beautiful, yet so simple thing of just saving other people of your similar pain. and turning that pain into strength. And using that strength that was turned into strength through your pain, and using that strength to save other people. It's so real and so beautiful. And I waited to see that beautiful cathartic switch of I don't have to save her to save her turned into a beautiful movie. I've waited 70 years for that. And yes, I waited more than that for Endgame. But I waited the same amount of time for Endgame, but I was older waiting for Flashpoint. So I was more aware, I was more mature. I wasn't 8. I wasn't, I was like God. And waiting for this since I was 9. Since I was 9. Wait. Sorry, 10. Since I was 10. Wrong age. Yeah, I've been waiting for this for forever, and I can't wait. And because of that age difference, I feel like Flash feels more important to me. Because if you look at it through the lens of main characters, the Flash is more important to me than Iron Man and Captain America combined. Barry just is. He's just more important. He resonates more with me. His storyline hits harder. Yeah. And yes, do I cry every time when Tony's selfishness becomes selflessness and he sacrifices himself? Yes, I do. Do I cry every time I rewatch the Captain America movies and Dr. Erskine says don't be a perfect soldier, but be a good man? Yes, I do. I cry every damn time. Because they're heroes, and it hits a certain part of our souls that is our collective unconscious of people deserve help. We should help people. And we as humans should help other humans find peace, and it's a desire to help people that goes beyond rationality, goes beyond logic, and anything that makes sense. And that's why heroes resonate so hard with so many people. And I am rambling, and that is my point on why the Flash is more important to me than Iron Man and Cap combined. And then now it is Content Corner. That's the stupidest thing we've ever done. As said, okay. So yeah, what I've been working on, excuse the voice crack there, I am making a little documentary, and it's going to be, I was gonna say feature length, not feature length. I know a time that popped in my head was like 45 minutes. I don't think it's gonna be that long. Like, I don't know, probably under an hour, I think. Basically, just it's my guitar journey. My journey of learning guitar. And I don't know when I'll kind of stop. I guess kind of when I master guitar, or just when I know like a lot of songs, or a collection of songs that I can just play and that I have down. So that's probably when I'll stop, and then I'll probably so I don't know, I'll think about this while I'm making it, but like, obviously, if all of it is just me like repeatedly practicing guitar, and it just is day one, day two, would like, and it's just the same thing over and over again, then obviously that's gonna be boring. So I could just I'll think of cool things to include in it in the meantime while I'm making it. But I'm excited to make it. I'm excited to learn guitar more and more as I go on and learn it. Yeah, I've been trying to nail down Current Joy's Become the Warm Jets. It's a great song. I'm trying to master that shit. It's a pretty easy first song. Seems like it so far. I just need to, my guitar has a little buzz, I don't know why. Found out today. Yeah, because it was like tuned perfectly, like according to Guitar Tuna. That's the tuning app that I use. It was according to that tuned properly, but then when I did the A string, all of a sudden like there's fucking buzz. So I don't get that, and I'll research into that. And I should be practicing with an amp, but I don't. Maybe that's part of the problem, and I will find that out as well. And I'll probably be part of the documentary. But, and then obviously anything pertaining to guitar learning will be included in that as well. Like if I need to go and buy something, I'll vlog me going to buy something. Or if I don't know. Like, I was thinking of including asking people I know, like having talking heads segments, but instead of just like famous people, just people I know, and just asking them what they think about me learning guitar, and just their perspective on that. So it could be a cool talking heads thing, you know. I could do like a cool background. So that'll be fun though. I am excited for that. So other than that, I have 10 books left on my reading list. I recently finished The Guilty, which was very good. It's a great story about an assassin and his partner, Jessica Real, the main assassin, Will Robbie. It's a great storyline. It starts with him being fucked over mentally because he kills a kid. And that murder of a kid infects his mind to the point where he has to take a leave from assassin work. And during this leave, he finds out his father has been wrongly accused of someone's murder. And Will decides to go back to his hometown and avenge his father and free his father from wrongful imprisonment. And it's a great story, and he goes back to his hometown to do that, but it's like to have an excuse to heal himself from his fatherly issues. And he does in the end, because I won't spoil why, like how it happens, but he does heal from it, and he his dad heals him, and his dad heals himself in the process, which is really beautiful. So yeah, it's a great storyline. The villain, like the murderer, like the villain reveal was a little underwhelming. Other than that, and it was a little slow in some parts, but other than that, it was great. And then there was the screenwriting book for dummies, which was great. It had a lot of stuff that I didn't know before, and a lot of stuff that I know but didn't know in a certain light. Yeah. Overall, just a great, informative guide. So yeah, now I have 10 more books. And after that, I simply just focus on mastering guitar and skateboarding as much as I can before summer starts. And during summer, I will be finally doing the interview, which is my very ambitious first Choose Your Own Adventure series that I'm going to be making on YouTube. This isn't YouTube, but on YouTube. I'm going to be posting it there. So basically, I'm also going to make a trailer soon, which I'm really excited about, because I thought of an easy way to make one. An easy kind of concept for one. So basically try not to spoil, but think the Truman Show meets regular show meets meets Groundhog Day meets like a classic Markiplier feel. Yeah, I think that. And then I'm going to be making a lot of short things, skits, and things for my announcements group, for my announcements class, for school. Our group is called Scrambled Signals. If you want to see our first broadcast that I tried to film at a good angle, and I cut together all the segments and the broadcast bits together into a full saves broadcast, and you can check that out on YouTube. You can also check out a couple segments on there. Yeah, or check any of that out. So yeah, it's basically a couple of the ideas. I will say afterwards I need to go to the washroom. I'll be right. And these segment ideas, I was going to say that one was of me. It starts out of me streaming, and then there's a Mickey Mouse. And Mickey Mouse basically wants me to accept a sponsor deal, and I don't want to accept it. And then like the bit before, well, I guess will just be me like talking. I'll probably be like, oh, welcome back to another stream, guys. And then it'll cut to like a stuffy of Mickey saying, you have to accept this, Michael. And then like it gets really dark and stuff. Meat Canyon meets horror short, I don't know. Anyway, let me just go back. P and F. Okay. Cool. Hell yeah. Die, bitch, die. Oh shit, I'm almost dead. Okay, that was close. But yeah, Meat Canyon meets Horror Short. So I'm excited to make that one. What else is there? Yeah. Sorry, I get in this weird, like, ramble thing, state, I don't even know. Yeah. I don't know what it is, I never know what it is. Anyway, oh, fuck. Oh. I tried. Okay. That's annoying. And I will edit this and post it tomorrow. Yeah. What else is there? Oh yeah, another one of it. Another one. Thank you. Another segment idea, skit-ish idea was the weirdest prompt of inspiration ever, but my boss at work today, there's this really gross cup that has been there for a while, and we had no idea whose it was. Still, after he threw it out, I had no idea what it was. Basically, it's been there for days, weeks probably at this point, and my boss was just like, "Hey Michael, is this your cup?" And I was like, obviously no, like I don't know, it's been there for like weeks and stuff. But I just told you, and then he was like, okay, whatever. And he just threw it out. And then I thought it'd be funny because you can see in the Scrambled Signals first broadcast that we made, YouTube in bio, that I wasn't involved in it really, but they had a bit of Ace Attorney inspired. It was also alternately titled "Where's My Pen?" Basically, Alex, our switcher, and filmer person, just Alex, one of our members, basically he couldn't find his pen, and then a few others, Holly, Emily, and Tommy, were all accused of stealing his pen, and then it went into this Ace Attorney animated bit of a court case of stealing Alex's pen, and it was really funny. And that went on for like a minute-ish, and then it cut to reality where another, like a mutual friend of ours, Callum, came into the scene, and he was walking down the hallway, and then he found Alex's pen in the hallway, and then he heard them like saying "Objection, Your Honor," blah blah blah, and then he walked in like, "Did anyone find this? I want to know." And then did a cool heist. They did a cool Markiplier point of view thing where there was like, and Callum's hand was like looking like the viewer. It was really cool. But anyway, yeah, that was basically, I had a similar idea where, based off of this interaction with my boss, I'm going to make a skit where I'll probably film my boss reenacting this, but basically he'll say it again, but this time, oh my god, so stupid. He basically questions life, like, are any of us a cup? When you really think of, like, it's just like a really deep, stupid psychological mess in his head because of the stupid goddamn cup, and then it cuts to reality of him just throwing the cup out. And then it's like, and then the ending will be like, what does all of this matter? We're all just a cup anyway. I'm excited to make it, and a lot of the shots, I don't know, shots in between I guess, will just be him reflecting on life, right? So I don't know if I want it to be him or me who's reflecting on life. I think it would be easier if it's me, because if it was him, it wouldn't make sense for me to do a voiceover of him. First of all, because he's Indian, and that's just racist. Or okay, maybe not racist, but just not right for a white guy to. No, it is racist to do an Indian accent, but when I'm white, but it just wouldn't sound right if it was my voice as the subconscious of an Indian dude. That just wouldn't make sense. So I'm thinking that he asks me, and then I'm the one reflecting on life based off of this cup, and then it cuts to him like asking, so is this your cup? And then he's just like, whatever, and then he throws it out, and then I guess it cuts to me like just struggling to get back to work, I guess, based off of this intense reflection of life. So I'm excited to make that, and then I think, yeah, because it was just those two ones, and then I'll probably get back to, I've only made one, and it was with my mom, but it was, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Are You Happy? Basically it's that trend going around where it's like a man in the street kind of thing, where you ask people questions on the street and stuff. So I'll probably do that because I'm getting more confident with that sort of stuff. Like I even gave food to a homeless guy. I needed help from my friend at work, Thomas, but I still talked to him beforehand. You know, like I'm getting more confident at talking to people, just that I don't know and stuff like that. So with that being said, I'll probably make interviews, because I'm in the Discord. I haven't been active at all. I'm not active at all. I don't make interviews. I really should get to it. And I should also, oh yeah, and then there's the trailer that I was talking about for the interview, and that's the first thing of the interview that I will have done since the failed, because it looks stupid, intro video for the series. I think the first video that for anyone who watches Markiplier, who for Hyped with Markiplier, where you get the first set of voices, that first video I had done, or almost done, then I realized it was not low production value, so I just kind of gave up on it. But yeah, so there'll be progress on the interview, and then I'll probably make more previews leading up to it, once I have more footage and stuff like that, early in the summer and stuff like that. But for now, I can make the trailer, I can do my other things, reading and guitar and skateboarding, or skating, before the summer, and then do the rest of the series during the summer. But yeah, it's basically the plan. and I'll make stuff in between that. I was also thinking of my own version, a video essay version, my own video essay version of a It's Just a Game tribute video. There we go. Because I've seen a lot of those, and I feel like the one thing missing from them is someone passionate about them talking about it, and I feel like I could include that, and I would include all the games that mean something to me on a personal level. I don't know, one is Arkham games, God of War, Spider-Man games, Last of Us series. I think, folks, Hollow Knight. Subnautica. Subnautica is one. What else even? Terraria, I guess, could be one. Minecraft, yeah. Abzu, definitely. The Injustice games, definitely. The Lego games, Life is Strange games. And ooh, the Rayman games, hell yeah. I was trying to think if the first Battlefront had a storyline. I know it didn't. Maybe the Battlefront 2 storyline? Maybe? Oh, obviously the Mario and Sonic games. I mean, come on. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. You could argue Little Nightmares. Yeah. So folks, I think next time I'm going to do a Would You Rather kind of podcast episode, but until then, I am going to end this little chill watch with Michael thing. I'm gonna watch a couple videos. I see a lot of streamers do this. I've never done it, but fuck it. Let's do it now. I'm gonna get more of a drink. Change of plan. I'm rating my buddy Sylphie. So yeah.